In this video, we'll go over SQL transformations within Rivery. Rivery allows you to run downstream SQL transformations that can be done through our logic rivers. To create a new logic river, you just have to select Create River on the top left and select Logic River. From here, this brings up a logic river step. There are a few options in a logic river step. You can use a SQL DB transformation, a river, an action, or a Python step. In this example, we'll just use the SQL DB transformation. From here, you have two different options. You can either select your data warehouse, and you can select the specific connection name. If you don't have a connection connected for your data warehouse, you can just click New Connection and add in your credentials there. On the source side, there are three options: SQL Query, SQL Script, and Data Frame. SQL Query lets you write any inline SQL that you'd want to run on your data warehouse. You can also bring up this pop-up and select this, or type in your specific SQL query that you'd like to run here, and select Run. Selecting Run will also bring up a quick pop-up of the data or a sample of the data that you're selecting. Over here, you can see a sample of the data that we've pulled using this query over here. For SQL Script, you can do the same thing, but this won't write the data to a target. This is typically used to call specific procedures or other processes within your data warehouse. The last option over here is a data frame, and this is typically used in conjunction with our Python logic steps, where you can import a data frame that you've created within Python into your SQL data warehouse. We'll just use a SQL query here as an example. You can actually just type in your inline SQL over here and select the specific target that you want to use. On the target side, there are four options here as well. You can either export the results of this query into a table, a variable, a data frame, or a file export. A table will just create a new table within your data warehouse for the specific database, the schema, and the table name that you create. We also have the same loading modes as in our other rivers between append, upsert, and overwrite. There are also other options to enforce masking policies or drop a table after a river ends. There's also a column mapping for you to select the specific keys that you'd like to upsert on. You can also store the results as a variable, and this is a river or environmental variable within the platform, a data frame that can then be used for Python transformations, or you can export your files into a custom file zone in the specific format that you'd like. Once you have your specific river created with the data that you want to write to, all you have to do is hit save, and then you can run this river.